It's hard to say at this point. Everybody has their vote, but as many ballots as it takes.
While House Republicans Nancy Mace and Greg Murphy may seem calm,
here we're seeing sometimes our greatest challenge is our individualism.
off camera, it's now clear they hate each other with a passion. Mace tweeted, "We should not go home until we have a speaker." Murphy then noted Mace was one of 8 Republicans to dump Kevin McCarthy and responded, "How about apologizing for causing this mess?" Mace, "If you want to vote against the people who elected you, that's on you, Rep. Greg Murphy, but I'm going to stand with them, not Washington." For context, tried to reply, but he blocked me after posting this. And that's an emoji of a Yes, House Republicans are now blocking each other on social media and describing one another in vulgar terms. This new level of pettiness comes after Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy nearly got into a physical altercation when McCarthy told Gaetz to sit down and Gaetz refused.
I was at the mic, I was speaking, and Matt Gaetz tried to interrupt, and so I told him to sit down, and he sat down.
What's your view?
No, I told him to sit down. I think the entire conference screamed at him. People are, listen, the whole country, I think, would scream at Matt Gaetz right now. Remember, it was a crazy eights led by Matt Gaetz and every single Democrat that put us into this situation.
I think he's working through the stages of grief and might be at the anger part.
Did Congressman Boss lunch you as well?
I think he was pretty animated. I don't know if I would describe it as alarming.
What did you say that caused McCarthy to yell at you?
Well, I don't know.
A lot of people really are still healing from the motion to vacate. They're upset with the 8 people that caused chaos.
We wouldn't be in this situation if 8 Republicans and 208 Democrats didn't vote to remove the speaker.
The 8 who did this clearly did not have a plan. Where I come from as a veteran, if you're going to blow a bridge, you better have another one to cross.
Even lawmakers' families are now in the line of fire. Republicans who oppose Jim Jordan as Speaker have been bombarded with emails and calls. One threatening voice message went to a Republican lawmaker's wife.
But we're going to follow your ass, every appointment you have, everything you f***ing do. Your husband's an asshole. You should f***ing talk to his stupid ass. We're at war. Israelis being killed. And your dumb husband is acting like a f***ing 2-year-old. No wonder. He's a f***ing warmongering piece of shit. So listen, you're going to keep getting calls and emails. I'm putting all your information over the internet now. Everybody else is. And you will not be left alone because your husband, Jim Jordan, or more conservative, or you're going to be molested like you can't ever imagine.
That's disgusting. Yeah. That is disgusting. The pressure campaign for Jordan was announced over the weekend. Calls like that started happening immediately. Jordan didn't denounce it until last night. What is going on in your party?
Well, this shows you the level of political discourse in this country now.
No, in your party, sir. In your party.
I think it's despicable.
But the disgust has also turned to rage, and most of it is aimed at Jim Jordan. Because never mind his extremism, his 2020 election denials, his abortion bans after 6 weeks, or his allegedly looking the other way at sexual assault while a coach at Ohio State University, Jordan's intense lobbying effort to become Speaker has included giving supporters detailed information about several wavering Republican lawmakers.
Remember, some of these conservative media figures and leaders were posting office numbers and encouraging people to go after these members and let them know how they feel. So that is why there's so much emotion right now and why the feelings are so raw inside the Republican conference, Jake.
If only there was something in his background that would suggest he would stand by and look away when bad things were going on. CNN's Melanie Zanona on Capitol Hill. Thanks so much.
Oh, and that was a not-so-subtle dig at Jordan's history in the Ohio State University sexual assault scandal. And Jordan getting called out on national TV for enabling sexual assault is not the worst thing that's happened to him this week. The fact is, Jordan has now lost 3 speaker ballots in a row.
No person having received a majority of the whole number of votes cast by surname, a speaker has not been elected. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
And it's not just failing to get the 217 votes to become Speaker. With each successive ballot, Jordan's numbers have only gotten worse. And now the repudiation of Jordan by his own party has reached a historic level.
Jim Jordan just tied the record for the fewest number of votes for a majority nominee since the House was set at 435 members. The last person to get 194 votes as a majority nominee was Frederick Gillette in 1923 on the second ballot. Gillette did end up winning, but it took him 9 ballots to win. So that just puts into context just how historic this loss was for Jim Jordan on the House floor, and it also illuminates the trend line that he's facing, where he is losing votes, not picking them up.
In other words, Jim Jordan is digging his grave even deeper. The House has now gone nearly 3 weeks without a speaker. The Republican dysfunction is getting worse, not better, and the GOP circular firing squad is intensifying. Everybody in the GOP is mad, everybody in the GOP is angry, and House Republican lawmakers are opening fire with more reckless abandon than ever. What a mess! And even many Republicans are saying the American people deserve better. Indeed. By the way, Republican Utah Senator Mitt Romney is hammering Jim Jordan and hammering the House extremists.
It's interesting. Here's a guy who wants to be the Speaker of the House. Do you know how many bills he's passed that he's authored? None.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.